Aftermarket hinges for your classic Camaro? I did a lot of research and settled on this one brand. Let's get into it. What's going on, guys? Matt over here, Lethal Garage, and as you know, we are knee deep in the restoration of our 71 Camaro. Paint's done, everything's done. It's the assembly stage. And hoods. There's so many options out there. There's so many ways you can do it. And actually, I should have grabbed them, but you guys know the factory hood hinges with the springs. Those aren't fun. They're not fun to get the spring on, and they're just not pretty. You know, when you spend all this money restoring your car, making it look good, you don't want something on there that just looks like it's 50 years old. You just don't. And there's quite a few companies out there. The Ring Brothers have a setup that's pretty damn expensive. CVF has a setup. There's a couple other Chinese knockoffs, and I decided to keep the work in the States. At least I think it's mostly manufactured in the States. I know they anodize it, but this is the CVF. So as you know, my car is shark gray metallic with black accents and silver, and I do have black under the hood. So I decided to go with black primarily because they accent the hardware with the shiny bits and pieces. So this is the driver's side hinge, and it's mounted up with 2 bolts to the vehicle, just like your factory. Has three-way adjustability on here, and then they have the keyways that slide in on here that allow you the adjustability with the bolts. They are all Allen heads, which can be kind of a pain to tighten up and move around and all that greatness. I don't know how I feel about these being Allen heads. I don't think it's the end of the world. It should be, sorry, one got away from me. It's not the end of the world with that, but the hardware is pretty good. They definitely are high quality bolts, etc. I believe these are machined stainless steel. They feel good weight. It doesn't look aluminum, or the weight doesn't lead to be aluminum, but it could be. But overall, the hinges, I just like I like how they have the cutouts in the billet aluminum, and it's a nice clean setup. Now, how do these look on the car? Well, I got one set up. Oh, I almost forgot. They do have pistons. So I did get the setup that is for the carbon fiber fiberglass hood, because we are going with a carbon fiber hood instead of the steel hood. They do make 2 different versions. So obviously the steel hoods are a lot heavier, so make sure to choose the right one. But as far as how they look on the car, we have the passenger side set up, and you can see they just bolt right on. So again, you have all the adjustability side to side, which we'll play with. I have this currently set up so it's going to sit nice and flush. I don't know where this needs to sit yet. So there's adjustability up and down, and then there's the adjustability side to side, etc., within the bolts and the contraptions on the actual hinge. So overall, looks really good. This is what it looks like on the car here, but what we'll do is I think we're going to try to put the hood on, and I'll go over the adjustability and all that stuff. The downside is we're probably gonna have to lower the car as low as it will go on the current jack. Yeah, Heath, this is Heath, by the way.
Why are you saying I can't reach the hood?
No, I'm just saying I don't, because if we're gonna mess with the hood, we want it up as much as we can get it, right?
Yeah.
So we can lower it. I got the quick jacks. It's really nice working on the car. Currently it's in its highest positions. But the pistons that they have, it looks like a stainless steel end pieces with probably just, I don't know, regular steel, or, yeah, there's no plastic, luckily, for the cost. I don't even remember what I got these for Black Friday deal, so they had a really good discount on them. I wouldn't suggest paying full price for these because they're really expensive. But if you can wait and get them on sale, they do run sales. So I'm pretty sure I got 15 or 20% off on them. So we're gonna go ahead and get the hood on, and then we'll talk through the adjustability. The downside is we have no idea how this hood's gonna fit this car. So we got the Anvil Auto. It's the 2.5-inch cal setup. So it's a carbon fiber top shell with a fiberglass bottom shell. We opened the box just to make sure it was mostly good. And again, we never fit it to the actual vehicle. So this will be the first time, and we'll see how everything aligns. And it's kind of scary. So we get to find out if I get to keep it exposed carbon fiber, or if we're gonna have to do fiberglass body work to adjust it and make it look right. So that's where we're at. We'll get it out of the box and go from there. I wanted to show you the adjustability of the hinges today. We're gonna have to do that in a separate well, not a separate video, but a separate day, because the hood that we have, it doesn't have the factory size bolt connectors or inserts. So the bolts that came with that are factory, because I have the factory hood, they bolted right up, won't go into this. So I'm gonna have to do some clever machining. So that's what we got to do. That's where we're at. And we'll be back to wrap up the hinge video as soon as we're able to do that. But this Anvil Auto hood does look nice, regardless of the inserts being wrong. Well, we're back. It's been about 5 weeks for me to solve this, mainly because I got COVID and everyone stayed away for 3 weeks. But now we're back in the garage. I got Heath back. We have solved the hood problem in regards to the bolts, getting the right depth bolts, just so much. But let's get to the CVS racing hinges. The last time we were here, we had installed them on the car, and then now we're getting the little pistons on there to keep them upright. Now, keep in mind, I got the setup for the carbon fiberglass setup instead of the steel hood, so they are slightly different. You can see how they install here. The hardest part on these is you have to undo the little safety latch pin that locks them in place. So you flip that around, pull it out, it slides right on. It's actually easier than the modern day ones, like on my 6th Gen Camaro, but pretty straightforward. And you can see these do have some spring to them. They kind of feel stiffer than I anticipated. I wonder how that hood is gonna hang. We'll find out. So that being stated, the way that the hood goes onto these is, I don't know what the technical term for these bad boys are. I call them cams, because the way that they work is you put your bolt in there, you tighten it up, and these can adjust and move basically the positioning of the hood in the hinge left and right, or make it flex in and out for a perfect fitment. And then they have a whole bunch of other adjustments that you could do down in here on the hinge itself. So you basically put the top one on, you slide it in, and then you put the bottom one in. It's really straightforward. We're getting the hood set up for that. Right now, the bolts that we had, all different sizes, and it's no fault of CVS. Actually, I need to, huge shout out to CVF Racing, because this car comes with standard bolts. The regular hood that I had that came with the car, the aftermarket hood that came with the car, all use the same bolts. The Anvil Auto hood use 15/16, which is different, and the 1-inch bolts are too long. So I don't know what they did different or why they did it different, but it is different, so I had to get different bolts for it. Luckily, McMaster, actually I want to show you this, so, and apologies, this is going to make the video longer, but I think it could be good information for you guys. So the hood normally comes with this style bolt. It does have an Allen head on the top, and it's just threaded, and it goes into this cam. Now this looks to be aluminum, and you know, it adjusts. So as you can move it side to side, it has the hole there, so you can put like an Allen key in there and twist it side to side to get the position, and then you tighten it down. These, I mean, not to knock CVF, but these bolts are pretty generic, and they do go right on in to the cam, but they're loose. They don't sit in there very tight. Now, I went on McMaster, and I swear to God, this bolt here, you can kind of see the neck and everything, I swear it was designed to go with this cam, because it's like a perfect machine fit. It doesn't move, it doesn't wiggle, nothing whatsoever. I don't know if this was originally designed to go with these bolts, and you can see I got a whole bunch of different lengths, and they were still off because the front ones and the rear holes on the Anvil hood are all different depths, and it was just a slight nightmare. But these cams and these bolts are expensive, and that's probably why maybe CVS Racing decided to choose to go with these ones, because from McMaster, I mean, I'm assuming if you buy in bulk, you can get a better discount, but these are like $7 each. Like ridiculous amount of money for them, but they are a perfect machine fit in these, so I'm going to use them, and I'm super glad I found them. If you guys are interested, I'll post down below the link to McMaster on where to get them. They're low profile, some odd custom bolt, but I'll pull it up and I'll post the info below. But that's what we're using. So I'm going to go ahead and get the piston on. These just bolt right on into the 2 holes, and then again you swing out these little locks. These locks swing out and will allow you to go right on to the nuts. Let's do it. Okay, I'm no professional at this, and I'm not going to pretend to be one just because I make YouTube videos, but we got the hood on. The hood has a few things that I'm going to talk about in the actual hood install video, or the hood like opening video and stuff like that we've ran into, but I'm going to keep this video strictly around the hinges, and I'm going to say they're freaking awesome. CVS Racing, not only do they look amazing on the vehicle, and I'm going to talk through the adjustability and how to get them all set up here in a second, but there was a few things that we ran into in regards to the install. Besides the bolts and all that stuff, there's still some adjustability that needs to take place on my specific vehicle. As you may or may not know from previous videos, this hood's not a perfect fit for my car, and it's not necessarily the hood. We did test fit this hood on a factory original car, and it sits on there like a glove. Perfect. I have an OER front fenders, OER RS front end conversion that we built in regards to, you know, from the ground up per se, but we didn't have this hood in hand, nor a factory hood that was straight. And we just knew we would have to deal with the hood once we got it. And there's gonna have to be fitment there. But the nice thing is we were able to square it up. The action on these hinges is so easy. Look at one hand, it's so smooth. These, I mean, I can't even, it was funny because I had them on there and I was trying to push them down, but I forgot with this car, the hinge has to go back and then down, like when you're pushing it. So when you're in the front of the hood, the action's really easy. If you're standing on the actual hinge itself trying to push it down, it's a lot harder because it's not a down movement. It's like a back and down, kind of like whatever. As far as the connection pieces go, these, here, let me make sure I could see on the camera. These can be adjusted. So you can see the bolt is not center on this cam. And as you move it around, so you loosen the bolt and then you can move this around, and that will allow you to push it in or push it out. That will give you the adjustment front and back. The other side is you have your adjustments from the main mounts themselves, up and down. And then there's adjustments on the actual hinges, in and out and back and forth. So the pistons themselves are not very adjustable per se. Just getting them in position, you either have to open up the hinge or close it to make sure to get it to line up. And I kind of showed you how those went in with their little locking pins, but it's a pretty straightforward setup, and they look so good. I got the anodized black. It took a little bit longer to get these, but honestly, the action on them, look at one finger. It's so nice. So nice. Now, I obviously don't have the hardware on the hood, so I can't show you the pop action and how it sits, but the one thing we ran into initially installed is the back end of the hinge. You know, I'll get back in here. The back bolt can't go all the way down. It just can't because the metal lip on the inner fender. And with that, we had it in the all the way down position, and the back of the hood was actually sticking up about that far. And we're like, man, don't tell me we're gonna have to modify the inner fenders to make these work. And no, we didn't have to do that. We actually just lifted up the front of the hinge, and that allowed the back to sit back down perfect. So we got a nice fitment in the back. So, and you can see my gaps aren't perfect. Again, there's a lot of work we have to do with this hood for my specific car, again, because we didn't fit the car to the hood when we were building it. Probably the worst thing I could have done. But it's okay, because this is a sea of carbon fiber. And what I'm thinking is we'll adjust the hood to fit to the vehicle, and then the only exposed carbon fiber will be this center section, and then we'll do some sort of blending or fading, something in this center section here, and then this will all be body color. So luckily we have quite a bit of paint still mixed up, so we can easily get the hood adjusted and sprayed and redone, but it's just one of those things that we're gonna have to do in the journey of this vehicle. So at the end of the day, my car is pretty unique in the situation of my hood is not factory. It didn't have the factory bolts, didn't have anything. What comes with the CVF hinge, CVF, I always want to say CVS, CVF Racing hinges, bolts right up to a factory hood, bolts right up. So if you guys have a factory hood or are looking to swap out the stock hinges and that big old springs and all that stuff, you just want to pull them off and get a new setup, these will directly replace what you have with the bolts and everything. Now, obviously with my case, the Anvil Auto used different bolts. Luckily, CVS, I wanted to say it was either off a Nova or a Chevelle, or maybe even a Mustang. I forget. They had an email. We were going back and forth about it, and they found one of the vehicles in the arsenal uses the same style hinge with the same little cam adjusters that has the 5/16 18 bolts, and they were able to make that work. Or you can go to McMaster and get the bolts that I use that literally look like they were machined for the cams that they're using. So, and I keep calling them cams. I don't know if that's the right word. Feel free to correct me down in the comments down below, but either or, these hinges are worth it. I did purchase these during a sale. I got free shipping, and I believe it was 15 or 20% off or whatever. They're not the most expensive hinges out there, but they're also not the cheapest. So they do have quite a few options in regards to the setups. If you have a steel hood, carbon fiber / fiberglass, and if you want the black, or if you want a natural aluminum look, I believe these are aluminum, billet aluminum, but it's all billet aluminum. It's marketing phrases, billet aluminum, makes you sound like it's all billet aluminum, but they're really nice. So quality's good. They do, oh, I didn't get right in there to show you, like they have their logo on there. It's hard to see, but there's a CVS logo engraved in there. But I would say that the quality overall on these things is top notch. So that's it. That's all I got. That's the CVF racing hinges. I really like them. I think they look really good on the build with the black and the like the brushed aluminum look. Perfect. That's what I like. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thanks for checking out the content. Hit that subscribe button to check out more videos like this. You'll get alerts and whatnot when I upload new videos. I do try to do new stuff every Tuesday and Thursday. So yes, but thanks for watching. Until next time, see you on the road.